Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a tarot collective for today. Today is Sunday. It is May 3rd, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. As promised, Intuitive Almanac, Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. You can find it in his Etsy shop, My Intuitive Intention. The link is on my link tree. On or in? In my link tree. One on the table. Three on the table, one in reverse. Hold on. Is that? Yes, it is. That's interesting. Okay, we got three on the table. We got two majors and one major is in reverse. Someone feels like something's hidden from them. Like maybe the outcome of a situation or like the outcome of a manifestation, maybe. Could even be like somebody believing that like their life is being hidden from them, like their path, kind of. Like they know they're going in the right direction, but they feel like God, their angels, their ancestors are hiding things from them. I mean, typically that is the way, right? I'm just saying. We had this card last night. We got four on the table, two major, one major in reverse. Let's do two more shuffles. And I'm just going to say it. I feel like if what is revealed to them at this time, it doesn't mean that it'll continue to be the case. Five on the table. Would not really, well, it would not make them happy, but I just heard impress. It wouldn't impress them. Six on the table. Two major, one major in reverse. One more shuffle. Last shuffle. Seven on the table. Now we have three majors, one major in reverse. Eight with bottom of the deck. All right, let me show you what we got here. We got the Knight of Autumn. We've got the Moon. We've got the Sun in reverse. Four of Winter, which we had last night. Page of Winter. Five of Spring. The Lovers. And then bottom of the deck, surprise, 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 surprise. I have to say that every time now because I don't know. That song is like always in my head. Anytime somebody says the word surprise. Bottom of the deck, the World. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, it doesn't matter. So like I said, somebody feels like something is being hidden from them, like part of their destiny, I guess you would say. um I feel like with the Four of Water, like intuitively what you're going to accomplish and what you're not going to accomplish. Do you necessarily, okay, so like, let me give you an example. Like, I'm writing my book, I'm editing it, then I'm going to pay to have somebody edit it, then I'm going to self-publish it. Okay, so I know that I'm going to do all those steps, right? Do I know that it's going to be a big hit once it gets published? No, I don't know that. Does the outcome really matter? I completed all that I wanted to complete. Like, I wrote that book and I published it. It's out there. Does it really matter if it makes money or not in the long run? I mean, I have a job. Does it really, is it really going to affect me other than the fact that I might have spent like, $10,000 to have a book published that makes no money? I mean, it's just more debt. Everybody's in debt. Who cares? But do you understand what I'm saying? It's like the outcome is intuitively visualized. Like you can look at the outcome and be like, okay, this will happen or this will happen. Does either of those really make a difference? Isn't it the journey that is more important? Isn't it the lesson? Isn't it the learning, the enlightenment along the way? Isn't that more important? And I realize, like, like, what, Kim, if your book had been a big hit, you could have made, a couple hundred grand, $1 million. Yes. Yes. But do, does that matter to me? I still love to, even if I publish the book and will say I spend $10,000 to self-publish the book and I sell one copy for $25. Is that going to stop me from writing more? Like, I love to write, so I'm going to keep writing books, poetry, short stories. I'm going to keep writing. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop me. Will I necessarily publish another book again? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll just put it up on my blog. Like I said, I have a job where I make money, so I have that stability. I don't necessarily technically need the extra income, though it would be fabulous, right? It would be nice if I could quit my 9 to 5 and just write for a living. I would love that. I would love that. Is it going to make or break me at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I have the YouTube channel, right? Like, I don't get paid to do this. I do this because I love this. I don't take paid readings. I've only ever had one person ask me for a paid reading. And when I told her to schedule a link, schedule through the email, she never contacted me. So, or they never contacted me. So, do I really care? Like, I do this every day because I love to do it. Because energy is energy. You know what I mean? The only reason why I would stop doing this is if I lose interest, Anyway, that was just an example. Like, is the outcome really what you're looking for? Shouldn't you really be enjoying the journey? Sorry, I just saw the cat outside. And here's the thing. Somebody can intuitively guess, right? To a certain extent, like, okay, this could possibly happen. With the Page of Winter and the Five of Spring, I feel like somebody has all these ideas in their head of what could possibly happen, and it's costing them their inner peace, because it's giving me like worry. It's giving me like, okay, if I write this book and I put $10,000 into it and I don't make a dime off of it, like, how am I going to recoup that $10,000? Oh my God, What, am I ever going to want to write again? Oh my God. And all of these negative thoughts start to develop, and somebody's inner peace is just totally washed away. But again, like I said, are you really worried about the outcome? Like what? Like why are we so worried about the outcome? Here's my thing too. And not to at all downplay somebody losing money or anything like that, or putting money into something and it not working out. But here's the thing. There are hundreds of thousands of people every year that start businesses and they fail. Hundreds, thousands of people put hundreds, thousands of dollars into businesses and they fail. Do you think that they just don't pick themselves up and move on? You know? Like you have to pick yourself up and move on. You guys watched the movie Bridesmaids, right? With Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. Kristen Wiig works at a jewelry store, a job that her mom got her, but before that she owned a bakery. She had a bakery. And when she showed the guy, like she told the guy, like, oh, I used to own the bakery. And he's like, oh, the police officer. And he's like, oh, I've been there. He's like, you make great cakes and blah, blah, blah. And he liked her eclairs, I think is what it was. And she's like, yeah, well, stupid me. I opened a bakery during COVID or something like that. During the recession, I think she said, not COVID. It was during the recession. Hello, the movie came out before COVID. um, and that probably is not the brightest idea, right? Because when you're in a recession, people tend to spend less money on superficial things. Oh, I almost forgot where my phone was. They're spending money on food, on rent, on gas, clothes to clothe themselves, bills, debt. They're not out there buying stupid shit like new cars. They're not out there buying snowmobiles, new TVs, new phones. Like people don't do that during recessions. And she went out and opened a bakery, and she's like, "Well, that was really stupid." The thing is a bakery sells food. So, and even though, technically it might not be the healthiest of foods, it's still something that people would want to treat themselves. Like I would, if we're in a recession and I'm trying to save money, I would rather treat myself to a cupcake than treat myself to a pair of jeans or, again, a new TV or something like that. Because what is more cost efficient? Like at least the cupcake sustains me for a little bit. It feeds me. The jeans that are $50, $60, the cupcake's $5. Like, but her business failed. That happens all the time. That happens every day. You can't, and you can't think of it like, oh, I'm going to start this business and it's going to fail. like, like, why would you even start the business then? You know what I mean? Like, why even publish the book if you feel like it's going to be a failure? You're just destroying your peace. You're destroying your calm. With the lovers, this isn't about like a lover. If you want to, if you feel the need to reach that far for that, feel free. But this is really just about coming to the realization what works best for you, and trying to leave out the worry and the judgment and the negativity, and just kind of coming back as more of a cohesive you, right? It says on there, converging paths. It's like taking that negativity and positivity and balancing that out for yourself so that you can keep that peace and that inner calm and not really think about what that outcome is going to be. Because we don't know, right? Unless you're psychic, that's fine too. And I've told you guys this before. When I was younger, there were a couple instances where, like, I literally was telling myself, no, don't go do that. Don't go do that. And I was like, no, I'm going to do that. And I went and did it. And then something happened. Like, why didn't I listen to my intuitive side? Why didn't I listen to that psychic part of me? Why did I just dismiss that? If you here's the thing, if you are psychic, if you are intuitive, and you already have that feeling like something's going to fail, and I'm not talking about like the negativity aspect of it. I'm talking about you literally are having dreams and visions where it fails and you lose all this money and da 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 da. Then why would you do it? Why wouldn't you just take a step back, reevaluate, and put your time and energy into something else? Do you know what I'm saying? If you really know, if you really know something's not going to work out, then why would you do that? And that goes for anything. That goes career, relationships, like it's one thing to be paranoid. It's one thing to be like nervous and be like, "Oh, this might not work out." It's another thing to literally get the message like, "Hey, that's not going to work out for you, kid. You might want to go in another direction." And you still keep barreling forward. I'm not even really getting that in this reading. I'm just saying, if that was the case, then why wouldn't you start over? I've talked about that too. How many times in my life have I started over? Too many to count. Every time something doesn't work out for you, you start over. Whether it's a relationship, a job, a friendship, whatever, home life, you start over. Think about all the times as a human you started over and you were just fine. You carried on, you picked your ass up, and you kept going. We tend to be pretty strong as humans, pretty resilient. The funny thing is with the world card, I think something is going to come in for somebody. I feel like something is going to work out better than they expected. And it's going to at the bottom Rob Berthelman wrote, "Completion whispers, not shouts." I think something is going to come in for somebody quietly. It might be like a slow start, a slow build, and then it works itself out. And I think all of that worry is going to be for nothing. It says the silent harvest at the top. Harvest it implies that you harvest something, you reap the benefits, whatever that may be. So in my mind, whoever this is, they just need to set the worry aside. They need to set the questions aside and keep going towards what they're going towards. Again, unless for some reason you are the best psychic on the planet and you already know it's not going to work out, then don't do it. Nobody's telling you to rush towards failure. If you know it's not going to work out, then don't do it. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody has a great Sunday, enjoys the rest of their weekend. I will talk to you later. Bye.